Welcome to Your Choice, presented by Hospice Care of the Lowcountry. My name is Kacey Floyd, and I'm joined today by Sharonica Gavin. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure being here, Kacey.
Of course. So we want to talk a little bit today about you. You're newer to the team at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, and I just want to talk about what your opinion was of hospice coming into your job. You know, you're a little under a year at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry now. Give me a little bit of your thoughts about hospice care when you got into it.
So initially, like everybody else, you know, when you think of the word hospice, you immediately go to death. Oh my gosh, someone's about to die, right?
Yeah.
However, ever since coming into the field of hospice care services, it went from being like this scary thing to this beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think hospice care services, the concept of hospice is the most, you know, just amazing thing developed for patients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. How have you seen hospice care impact more than just the older generation? You know, you said you're coming into it, you're thinking about immediately dying, death is this scary thing. How have you seen hospice care impact more than just our elderly patients?
Well, death is inevitable, right? We're all gonna die. We're all dying now, right? Yeah. We don't know the day nor the time. And for most people, when you think about hospice, you immediately go to like, oh my gosh, it must be a senior or someone elderly. However, hospice care services are for anyone with, you know, the terminal illness.
Yeah, end-of-life diagnosis.
Yeah, an end-of-life diagnosis with 6 months or less, right?
Yeah.
So that can be anyone. And ever since coming into the field of hospice, especially at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, what I've noticed is that, you know, we have patients of all different ages, right? All different backgrounds, and it's a pleasure to work with them, you know?
Yeah. So Hospice Care of the Lowcountry has amazing clinical care team, wonderful nurses. Talk a little bit about them for a second. How do you think it alters their work, knowing that there are hospice patients of all ages? How do you think it alters the work of the hospice care team when a nurse walks into a room with a patient and the patient is the same age as them?
Yeah, beautiful. So let me start by saying hospice nurses and the hospice care team in general are absolutely amazing individuals. These people go above and beyond day in and day out to provide care services to not just a patient, but to an entire family, right? And I think when they walk into the room, when these individuals walk into that room and they see someone near their age, it becomes real. It's eye-opening, and sometimes they then develop a special connection with that individual.
Puts things into perspective if
Absolutely.
You're close in age. One of the things that I hear at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, the core value that is repeated a lot is it's not about dying, it's about living. And we want to share a special story about hospice care and living with you today. When it all falls down, when it all falls down, man, I promise she's so subconscious, has no idea what she's doing in college.
Hi, my name is Shannon Rhodes. I'm a nurse case manager with Hospice Care of the Lowcountry. I manage hospice patients, symptom management, comfort measures, go to patients' homes, and emotional support for families. So Josh is younger, which kind of sets him apart from everybody else that has a terminal diagnosis, and we're very close in age. He's just very special to me. He has a great family, parents who are just very giving, loving people, so they're very easy to love. He is bedbound, not really able to use any of his extremities, legs, arms, tires very quickly, within about 20 minutes or so, visits have to be short and sweet. And so wanted to do something just to show him that we care and that he's special and that, to give them something to look forward to.
So the Final Wishes program at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry was developed to help us better serve our patients in the last moments of their life, because it allows the team to come together and go the extra mile for that patient and patient family.
Josh was involved in the music industry, music production in New York, New Jersey area, and every time I go to his house, he's got some kind of music playing, reggae, R&B, rap, and so knowing his love for music, I just wanted to do something for him. Leaving the house at this point is just not really an option. Even leaving the bedroom right now is not really an option. So I had reached out to a friend of mine, Doug Marshall, who is kind of a talent music booking agent. Told him what I wanted to do, and he put me in touch with Jared. And Jared, out of the kindness of his heart, agreed to come to Josh's house and perform a few songs for him in his bedroom. It was acoustic, it was small, and it was perfect. Jared is a good human being. So I think everything went well. It was very small. There were 5 of us, I think, all together. And it lasted, 20, 30 minutes tops. And then we were kind of out the door. And Josh seemed to really love it.
As what we saw wasn't just beneficial to the patient. We saw the patient's family interact with the entertainer, interact with Josh, and it was beautiful to see, because everyone was super nervous in the beginning, because you're bringing someone into your home that's playing live, and by the end of the musical session, everyone was in the room. They were talking to each other and discussing, and what happened was there was beautiful memories made, and we got to see a family interact that was not associated to the medical condition. It was associated to a shared likeness of music.
Josh is pretty quiet. He has a hoarse voice. It's sometimes hard for him to vocalize things, so he typically is very quiet, doesn't talk very much, but he smiles, he communicates, but the smile was a lot bigger after or even during the music Jared was playing, so it was really nice. And actually, I talked to him today. I actually just left his house, and he was talking about how amazing Jared was and that he could really play anywhere. So he seemed to really, really love his voice, and was appreciative that he came and did that for him.
You're a good girl, and I know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hope don't going home. Just hope don't going home.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.